Shan Chung Son.
Leighton, that was marvellous. Well done.
I made most of it up.
I think they're cheering north of the border. Cheering north of the border for that. They recognise their family sons out in the back. This is a big challenge, though. Big challenge. This Samurai team, they start physical, and looking at that squad, they've got some pace as well. England 7s, USA 7s, England 7s, some Welshmen, so that you never know, it might all break into the odd fight. You know how it goes.
Indeed, Brucey, and it's really going to be a David and Goliath battle for them, but personally here for me, I'm going to have to say I'm going to go for the GFA Gladiators. You've got to go with the local teams, the people from here. Good on them. They've put a team down here. They're going to compete, so it's going to be a big, tall order for them. Generally, with a lot of the teams from China, they've got great pace, they've got great ball handling skills. It's the physicality, sometimes it's a bit of a challenge for them, but they can certainly put on a bit of gas when they want to, so let's see how they're going to go.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Lee. Just going to see if I can find out a bit. And it used to be they came from China.
Well done, they won the ball there.
I don't think this one, I'll find out.
Oof,
oh, that's a great line. Oh.
They had a couple out here, actually. They pushed the ball with another one or two. They would have been around that fellow, I think, on the wing. Nevertheless.
Yeah, he's cutting back, running into the big traffic.
Not shying away from the contact. Good on him.
That's a good ball again.
Another great ball. Look at this.
Oh, go for it.
What a break.
Good pace for the defender, though, number 9 for Samurai. Back very quickly.
They're up there real quick. That's going to be interesting. I think their speed, if they can hold up better in these conditions, which they're a bit more familiar with, this could go quite interestingly.
Great skill set from the
unlucky there. Some great running. Very good start
great
from
skill.
the GFA.
Side to side, good stepping. Just now, they haven't got the ball. This is now, they have to get this big fella to ground.
Would you like to tackle that big fella there, Stuart?
Oh, no, definitely not. I would run to the other side of the park, I think, if he came at me.
I would hire somebody else to tackle him, actually. It's a professional game.
Well, I wouldn't hire your eye, Brucey, either.
No, that's not going to be. That's not part of my skill.
That's a
great tackle reply. Oh, the big fella following up, but he's over the ball.
Tenacious defence.
That could be penalty.
Unlucky. Tenacious defence there, though, by the GFA. Look at that wild pass going back.
The numbers 2 and 1.
Right.
Yeah, just
through they go.
I think the Gladiators are a bit unfortunate in that penalty decision there. I think the guy was straight over the ball. Yeah. Maybe he lost his feet eventually.
He was certainly contesting on his feet to start with, Brucey, but as you and I know, referees don't always get it the right way around sometimes.
No, occasionally.
In fact, most of the decisions against us are all wrong, weren't they?
I get 2 yellow cards this season. Have you ever heard the nonsense?
Oh, absolutely outrageous. Mind you, someone did say, have I got my own personally engraved yellow card here in Hong Kong?
Yes, but I mean, you always were. Let's be honest, Clayton. You did stretch the rules. I obeyed them to the letter.
Brucey, if they didn't keep changing them, wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it was. Actually.
I've been through about 70 sets of rule changes at my time. What about you?
3 points for a try late.
Oh, exactly. The wingers used to throw when I started playing.
And we used to get stuck at the bottom of the rock in a 6-inch puddle of water for about 3 minutes. That used to be great fun,
lying on and killing the ball was fair game.
Exactly. No. The proudest moment was when you stripped off and your stud marks all over your back. You knew you'd played well.
Right.
Usually attributed to Dave Lewis in my case, actually.
Yeah. Sometimes from your own side.
Well, yeah. I think they tried to get us off the park later in our careers.
Oh, they did. Here we go. So there's 5-0 up. Samurai couldn't convert that. That was a nice, lucky little bounce that came through there.
Oh,
and here they go again. I tell you what, they're not giving it up. Some great plays. Lucky lost his footing.
That's offside. That Samurai player is well.
The referee's not calling it.
Job, but he's come right back from an offside position there.
Oh dear.
I tell you, they are. Oh, look at that. Well stolen.
Big hit. But still with the Gladiators playing good rugby. They've rushed up.
Hui Chiarang putting that tackle in. Good on him. That was a very good tackle.
Oh, lovely step.
They are not being intimidated. Some great running play here from them. This is their strength.
Turned over at the breakdown, unfortunately, just with the physicality.
2 and 1 again.
And unfortunately, again,
you not notice actually for the Samurai player that's just run in to score when they turn it, number 12.
Gordon McCrory,
the one we're actually thinking is obviously a Scotsman in disguise. Did you notice during all the commentary there actually, Leighton, that Stuart's doing our maths for us every time there's actually more than one player. He's doing the fill in for us, you know, 2 and 1, 3
Exactly.
and 2.
I was just a wee bit worried that your eyes weren't up to it.
Well,
any more YouTube.
Ever since I let you my specs, obviously I've got a problem.
Well, there's certainly that, but the other thing is, Brucey, you and I can't count past 2, so I think that's the main reason he's in charge of it.
I can't do 3 and 2s, just 2s and 1s.
I like tennis ice, so I don't need to take my shoes and socks off, Lee.
Well, I don't want you to take your shoes and socks either.
Yeah.
I know it's a breezy open box, Brucey, but I think that smell might be a bit
too much. I'd be out of here.
Right. So another try there through to Samurai, 12 mil.
You've got to admire the way this Gladiator team's playing, though.
Indeed. They are chancing their arm exactly to their strength, which is
quick hands,
quick
good
hands
skills.
and good running. Nice lines, finding gaps, but they just can't physically compete, I think, is the issue.
That's right.
That's well recovered there and under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they're a lot lighter than what the opposition
Yeah.
is. And you can see that telling.
I was going to say, though, I actually found later in my career, Stuart, that weight wasn't as much an advantage as you'd like it to be.
Well, maybe not at the
Pace that I
the
would be
level that
travelling,
you were playing at, yes.
Maybe you need the
But
weight needs to travel a bit faster. Okay.
Yeah, the momentum from this was tremendous. It's all about momentum, basically.
So anyway, here, Stuart, what's the chance of the Scottish Excels teams? What are they looking like?
Well, I'm looking at these two, and we're playing against in the same pool as this lot. And before
This
the
lot,
game,
is that
both of these teams.
both of these teams?
Both of these
I know
teams.
it's an East Coast term, this lot. I'm just checking it.
Thanks, Bruce. Playing against both of these, it's going to be difficult for us. I think we're more at the level of the local team than we are of the Samurai. That would be my guess.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this team, as I say, it came out of the old Hong Kong Barbarians that Illness used to sponsor. It's now the Taikoo Place. It's a great heritage, and they've won some plates and everything, but the tournament gets better and better. And we haven't this year got the guys from the Scottish 7 squad that we've had in the last few years, but at the same time, there are some very good quality players.
Yeah.
It's just having that little bit extra, because if you look at the team list, Stuart, I mean, even Gavcal, I've got 4 members of the extended Fijian squad in there, and everyone, if you look at them, they've all been out to find players because they realise what a competitive tournament this is. I think the first game from the Shanghai team, the Devil's Advocate team, they put up a great show against the Penguins, although they got well beaten in the end. But you know, they're a good team. Nobody's easy pickings.
Definitely not.
I think the very good thing here, Brucey, though, but this is clearly an all Chinese side here, and these boys are doing well.
Yeah, you can tell they're all Chinese team because Samurai decided to have them all, which is very, very happy for the big prop forward looking guy there.
And he's over.
That's right, yeah.
It's just that size, they're having difficulty containing it.
You have to say, Samurai are using it well, though. You know, they know they're playing to their strengths, and you will see later in this tournament, Samurai have got some skill out wide as well.
And here we go, Brucey. Mr. Tyrion Bradbury's just arrived out of the Game of Thrones.
Robin Bradbury, he's actually recently graduated to be old enough to actually join us.
Is he?
As a well-known commentator. Knows 1 or 2 things about rugby. Usually making fun of opposition prop forwards, actually.
Always incredibly satisfying to see one of the
You made the mistake of listening to him. That's your problem.
But soon to have his 50th birthday with his twin brother in some exotic country, I've heard, actually. Robin will be joining us later, some really informed commentary, and he's going to try and keep his temper in check because he's quite a fiery player this time.
I'm getting some funny looks from him here. I think you better watch what you do.
You better sit between us, Leighton.
Well, the only problem is his arms won't reach you, so he might just hit me.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I think this is totally unfair because I've got the headset on and poor Robin can't see anything. Here you are, Robin. You take this.
Well, I think we're saying cheerio to Mr. Saunders for the moment. He's good to see you.
Bye, folks.
Nice to see you, Stuart. Very good to
We'll see you later in the tournament, Stuart. Thank you.
Right. And that was Mr. Stuart Saunders, founder and first chairman of Hong Kong Scottish. Those are mine. Here we go, another try coming in for the Samurai. They're really starting to open up the gates now.
Samurai International, flash for another one.
And got to say, given the game so far, they're looking pretty dominant, albeit the competition they've had so far has not quite been as stiff as maybe the Penguins had. Nevertheless, GRFA Gladiators still sticking with it. And we'll see if they can come away with a try or two in the second half. 30 seconds to go to this half. Scores 26-0 to Samurai. So, ladies and gentlemen, just coming to join us in the Comedy Rock, Mr. Robin Tyrion Bradbury. Headphones are just there. Robin Bradbury holds the Hong Kong International, played 10s, 15s and 7s extensively for Hong Kong. And also for a long period of time was the youngest international rugby player for quite a period.
Sensational gas.
In fact, happens to be the youngest person to ever play for Hong Kong. Bit of an interview trivia, please.
Welcome, Robin.
Thank you very much. That's a nice intro. Appreciate that.
That's all right. Well, all the nasty things we said here before, we had to be nice to you now.
Well, give us a moment. Let me see what's happening in the game. I've just arrived, so we'll...
So you don't have to stand up. Can you see over the screen? Can you see over the screen?
This is going live, isn't it? Yeah, thanks very much, AJ.
No, been a good show by the Chinese team here, actually, in the first half, but they're just out-muscled. Played really well, great skills, great pace.
Yeah, Robin definitely into the deep end here.
And you know I can't swim, so that's always a big one.
Pretty bizarre for somebody who teaches swimming.
Yeah, it's a downhill bit I do.
Oh, I was thinking.
Quality of teaching now, there's a lot of teachers don't know what they're talking about, really, don't they? But I know I can testify to how good a rugby player. We'll get our photo taken here. How good a rugby player Robin is over many years.
Certainly, indeed.
I didn't know that. I mean, you know, he said he for many years remained the youngest player, but surely he got older.
Well, that's true, actually. Yeah, I know. I can see where you're going with this one here.
Oh, I'm just somewhat curious, but you know.
It's a bit of a hard concept. I mean, okay, there wasn't anyone that
I think
followed
you're getting it all wrong. What happened, I picked my sides I played with and remained as the youngest player.
Well, that's happened too. Actually, so anyway, just to complete that little story, and it's a very useful bit of information people need to know. So the youngest player for Hong Kong was Robin Bradbury when he first joined the squad, and the oldest one was a gentleman by the name of Alan Payne.
Waka Payne, yes.
Waka Payne played at the age of 44 in 1991 against Japan. I remember that tour. George said he was...
Did you or Dave not play older than that, no?
No. Well, I got till about 41. I think Dave got to the same in the end. I don't know. I can't remember. But certainly Waka Payne.
Big man.
What was his age?
44.
44, excellent. That's right. That's a great inning, yes, it is.
And particularly you were playing some very competitive rugby back when he was playing as well.
I thought I heard the Jamaican side come in there for a minute there. Well, that's the 7s.
So it's half time now, is it? Yeah.
Yep, indeed it is.
It's heating up a little bit on this pitch. It's 24 degrees on the pitch. Probably a bit hotter than that, actually. The boys are playing on the polygrass pitch, isn't it? This new type of AstroTurf, it's polygrass actually, with the old black ball bearings.
Is that the technical term?
Is that why there's no mud here?
So you know you played on it because it'll be coming out everywhere for the next 2 weeks.
Yes, indeed, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah, you've got to make sure.
And actually, next game up here, actually, waiting, I'll be donning my impartial side again because it's the Taiku plays Scottish Exiles versus UBP Gavacal. I mean, Exiles were the Hong Kong Scottish Barbarians, were Hong Kong Barbarians. They've got a great heritage, but Gavcal have been very involved in rugby in Hong Kong in recent years, and they've done the trick that many a team would like to do. They've brought in 4 players for the extended Fijian Sevens team. So if they, as I said earlier on, if we can get these 4 to start passing to the rest of the team as well, they're going to be a real handful.
Yeah. That's the idea, is looking for or keep getting your key players involved in the game. Definitely is the key to this.
And keeping the ball, Robin, that's what we're saying. When we got the ball, you know, they can't score. More than 50, like 7, I suppose, but
It is. It's the team with the ball actually scores the tries, as you said there.
Oh, I've noticed that happens in Tender Light. There's a high correlation in that actually.
Unless we talk about the English World Cup, or England in the World Cup many years back, when Australia, in a large percentage of the game, had no ball, but won as well. But,
yes, and the sad thing about that game is I was sitting in the wet stands watching it, as I'd watched the semi-final wearing my French strip.
Meanwhile, back here at the Hong Kong Football Club, GFI 10s.
Back at the 10s, actually, yeah, we are digressing, I think.
For the first time ever, the
chance
voice
here
of reason from Leighton
for
Dooley.
the Gladiators.
Oh, that number
put it
12,
down.
he's been outstanding all game and he's just dropped a ball there.
And the Samurai come away pretty clinical. They will capitalise very quickly on any mistake.
Or Leighton knock it forward immediately.
He just about gathered it in, but in the end, flicking it just ever so slightly forward, and good opportunity again here for the Gladiators.
The scrum's very difficult for them.
Right. Can someone get a telephone book for Robin, just please? Please see. Desperate need to win this one.
He needs to throw it out the back of the scrum here, Leighton. That's what
Yeah,
he's
got
done.
it. I think he threw that one a bit quickly, giving the man a chance. And he's put his foot out. Line out ball.
It was a big ass 1-in-1 in that small space.
Didn't really have a lot of options there. I think they were closed down pretty quickly.
As we said before, I think the key theme of this is to keep that ball. It's a hot day. Keep that ball, let the defensive team run them down a bit so they get tired. So.
Well, that certainly very much was the first half, Robin. You could see that GFR Gladiators, when they got out there, they were actually running the ball very, very well, and you could see that the Samurai were struggling in the heat to keep up with it, and that was their strength. But now I think both sides are tiring a little bit, and the physicality is starting to put paid to the Gladiators' aspirations.
So that's great hands there, yeah. Lovely.
Big man, big hand there. Away he went.
It's always a worry when you've got a big man running at you and he can run faster.
Yes. Two worst combinations I've generally found during the years.
Yeah. Welcome to my world, that's what I say. Yeah.
And there was Pickings Cummins.
Well, I've got to say, Robin, certainly I've never seen you shy away. You didn't really care how big, how fast, or whatever else, mate. You always gave it your all. That's off to you.
That's it.
Yeah. Really aggressive player on the part, Robin, and sometimes with the opposition team as well.
No comment.
Known to give the referees and coaches a few bits of advice down through the years as well.
Yes, Leighton, and that's something that you've actually never done. Always respected the referee. He called the scrum right every time.
Oh, did right. The CRFA Gladiators restart the cup. 5.5 minutes remaining.
33-0 to Samurai. 5 minutes to go. 5.5 minutes to go. Gladiators not really being able to use their pace out of the full.
Kick in the touch and they take the quick one.
Yeah, got to come back to the halfway mark. Can't throw that straight in there. Went out in the full. Anyway, I think it's better not having a scrum. It's not been going their way. Free ball.
No overlap.
Yep.
That's some great hands.
Yeah, great hands.
As I say, the key thing is keep that ball in play. Ruck his form, so...
Now that is a penalty.
Yeah, there we go.
And he's kept the ball.
Wouldn't really upset that big fella there, but anyway. Going wide, but the referee's hand up. He might be calling them all offside there, perhaps. Yep.
Yeah, not 10.
And just when we're here, I've been looking at, we just need to mention that back in the day when the Fiji played that Guard Force International, but in fact the sponsors this year, totally different organisation, GFI Group. They've been a great supporter of the tournament for many years with the Asia Pacific Dragons. But this year they actually are the title sponsor, GFI Group, a leading global intermediary in the financial world and doing great things for Hong Kong rugby.
All through he goes. Is he nearly there? Oh, put the ball down.
That last pass, isn't it?
There was a nice little angle run there by GFR Gladiators. number 11, Fang Wall. Looked like he was through, offloaded, and just couldn't hold the ball.
We'll see what exit plan they got here with the Samurais. Looking at the big space behind, it looked like could be a big kick down the field. Could be a nice one to get out there, out of their 22.
Well, they're going to have a go. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Lovely kick.
Okay. That was a very good kick. Lovely.
Yeah, let the ball do the work.
Yeah. It is important, especially in these in the 22. That's a great exit plan. Is the big kick down the field, especially when they have man hanging deep.
Yeah, there was no one back there sweeping.
Sweeping, yeah.
They're all up in the line. Gladiators ball. A few subs coming around with the sheets. I'm not too sure what the bits of paper doing. Oh, okay. There you go. Substitutions.
It's part of the exchange process. They have to bring it on to pass the handover flag in the way. So that's a changing process when the reserves come on. So without that in their hand, they can't come off the field. With it on the hand, they can come off.
It's awfully complicated these days.
It is a little bit, yeah.
When did you last play in this tournament, Robin?
It was too long ago.
They have the ball. Gladiators. Can they hang on to it? And a penalty. Right. Can they get that ball quick? The key for them is moving fast. Not giving the opposition time to get organised. They've got some pace.
He's through.
He's through. Nicely done. Oh, again, just losing that ball. Anyway.
Right, not 10 for the penalty.
Not 10. Get another chance at it. They're lovely when they've got that ball. They run that gap very, very well. It's just that transition.
So that seems to be the last pass, isn't it?
Yep.
It's not going to hand. I think a word from the referee with
What do you think he's saying there?
quite a number of times. Obviously not getting that 10, so it's obviously stifling the GFA, the sides, the Gladiator sides.
I think actually maybe the choice of name is a great one also for this team. If you watch the movie, it's the underdog having a go. That's certainly the case here. Couldn't capitalise on it again, running back.
We hope it doesn't end quite as badly for them as it did for him.
Samurai calling for that ball out wide. And there it goes.
There you go.
Nice little flick on. Opportunity was there. Very well moved ball right across the pitch.
Right, both ends. Samurai National.
Scored by.
You can tell the heat will be taking its toll now on the big boys and well, everyone, to be honest. It was 24, creeping up now at the 25 degrees.
Next up, this game, 38-0 to Samurai, very nearly finished. Next up, I think one of the imponderables of the tournament, what's going to happen here. Taiku plays Scottish Exiles, always do well, usually competing for a plate. But against this GavCal team, who've got quite an exciting lineup, do you want to run through the team for GavCal, Robin?
All right, so jersey number 2 is Grant Kemp. Jersey number 3 is Dan Jans. Jersey 4 is Stephen Toroa. Jersey number 6 is Matt Graham. 7 is Arangi Stokes. 8 is Karitai Williams. Number 9 is Martin Muller. 10, Nick Smith. 11, Dameki Tuleli. Number 12 is Penicolo Latu. Number 13 is Samu Bale. Number 14 is Ruan Dupluy. Excuse if I said that wrong. And number 15 is Joshua Vitti. Number 16 is Glenn Cacatini. And number 17 is Sebastian Alafonzi. There's a mixture here of South African, New Zealand and French players, Fijians as well. So
that was just the story of this game there, actually. The Gladiators were playing really well, just trying to manufacture a try. One big tackle turned over, and final try for Samurai.
Yeah, very unlucky turn of play there. They were running well with the Gladiators. They've made a bit of space. He was looking around, and I think it's been the story of their game this morning. It's just not being able to get that next run or the next person through the gap. Certainly moved around very, very quickly. That was the only way that I think they're really going to get on top of this side. The Samurai, very experienced side. Again, they've been runners up in the cup 3 times, and just physically just too big, I think, here. And pretty much, I think, has a better sense of the game.
For in the next game, Scottish Exiles, core players actually from Hong Kong Scottish, so probably the most local weak player in the team. Number 1, Jamie Pincott. Number 2, Ben Madgwick. Sam Hawking, Francis Smith, Ewan Miller, Austin Smith, Josh Dowsing, Kane Booker, outstanding for Hong Kong Scottish this year, their player of the year. Charles Chung, Hong Kong international scrum half. Gregor McNeish from Heriots in Scotland, but has played this season with Hong Kong Scottish, very skillful 10. Ali Nardone, Stephen Williams.